Hello everyone, I'm Shannon Kantner and you're watching CMSD TV, bringing you the latest news out of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. The 2016-2017 school year is officially underway and it's off to a smooth start. Most of the district began classes on August 15th. Many students received a warm welcome on the first day of school. We visited buildings all across the district to see how they kicked off the new school year. Hear from principals and the CEO about why the first day was mostly just business as usual and why that deserves an A+.
Good morning.
The weather might have been a little gloomy, but students and staff were all smiles at Scranton and schools across the district.
Feels great. It's really good to see all of the kids who have been in school here before coming back and see them smiling, find out what they did over the summer, and also to meet a bunch of new kids. Our enrollment is way up and we have a lot of new students this year, so it's nice to get to meet them. We'd like to start off and get them right into the educational process. So a normal day today, we will get them right into class and they'll begin learning on day one.
Exactly what District CEO Eric Gordon likes to hear and see. I caught up with him at Mary B. Martin, where he noted the quiet hallways were music to his ears.
Nice and quiet.
Oh, I love the first day of school. It's great to see everybody back. We've got kids in classrooms doing what they're expected to do already. It's a great first day. I've seen routine, and that's what I want to see. This first day of school shouldn't be an event. It should be a routine. And I see kids getting back, settled in with their teachers, remembering teachers from last year, getting right to their seats and getting busy.
Before they got busy hitting the books, many received a warm welcome back in the morning, from high fives and hugs to even special guest greeters, like Wade Park School with police, firefighters, and community members on hand to lend a hand.
I'm very energetic about this because this is our future. Our children need to, in school is learning, and just give them a good day, a good, nice, happy greeting for the rest of the year.
Really just want the students to feel welcome and feel appreciated, just know that their community stands behind them, making sure that we're creating an environment where all of our students feel welcome and appreciated and where we can develop the talent of our scholars. So our enrollment continues to go up. So if any students want to come out for a tour of Wade Park, they can come on by and we'll give them a tour of the school. We're looking forward to a fantastic 2016-2017 school year, so welcome back.
This school year seems to be off to a steady start. A smooth first day in August and back in July when year-round schools started classes and 2 brand new school models began at Lincoln West. Plus, the district has 3 new athletic fields ready for fall sports thanks to the Browns, with 2 more on the way. And CMSD's successful attendance campaign continues this year. The CEO hopes that momentum motivates the district.
We had a great year last year. Our kids are learning, our achievement is moving. This year is about doing it even more and faster. Welcome back. I'm really excited to have 39,000 scholars and their educators back in service.
The CEO tweeted from 9 schools on the first day of school. We sat down with him for an exclusive one-on-one about his travels on Twitter and what the Cleveland community should know about the 2016-2017 school year. Check it out. Hello everyone, I'm Shannon Kantner and you're watching a special CMSD TV program featuring District CEO Eric Gordon. We're sitting down with him for a Q&A about where things stand and what we should expect in the 2016-2017 school year. Thanks so much for being here in the studio.
Sure, absolutely.
So the 2016-2017 school year is upon us, of course, and that means we're entering the 4th full year under the Cleveland plan. So let's maybe start with a status report of the progress. Where do things stand? What are the indicators showing us?
We have really positive news across the district. Last school year, all of the indicators that we look at, academic indicators, indicators of the health of the organization financially, and the support of the organization all went up. Enrollment was up, student attendance was up, our financials are sound, our academics, we got data from the nation's report card showing we were one of the few districts in the nation that grew in 4th and 8th grade reading and math. Our graduation rate is up and college readiness is up. So it was really a successful year. Now, having said that, and I say this all the time, not anywhere near where we need to be. There's a lot more work to be done, and that leads us to this year, 16-17.
Right, and this year you've called the year of acceleration. You've given each year under the plan its own theme: the year of disruption, the year of clarification, and the year of impact. So now we're at acceleration. What does that mean?
Well, you know, when we started the Cleveland Plan, we disrupted a lot of old systems, and so we called it the year of disruption. Then we needed the year of clarity. How do these pieces fit together so that we use these new tools in a way that's useful to improving teaching and learning in our schools? Then we needed impact. We needed results, which is what happened last year. We got real results. Now we need to accelerate those results. And so this year, I've dubbed the year of acceleration, so that we're all thinking about how do we use all of these new tools in a way that furthers our educational goals more quickly.
Great. So new school year, moving quicker, you want to see more. What will be new about the new school year?
Well, you know, we do have new schools. So Lincoln West High School has a great new partnership with Metro Health Hospital in our Science and Health High School, and also a enhanced partnership with our Global Studies Academy at Lincoln West. We've also moved our Pact and Eagle Academies into their new home at John F. Kennedy campus, which was our ultimate goal there. We're getting ready to break ground on a number of buildings that was part of our issue 4. But I think what's really important about this year is that we're not trying to go out and have another new thing. It really is about accelerating what works. And so I'm hoping that we really think of this of a shift from the short-term initiative to the long-term continuous improvement that the district really needs.
And looking at the long term, you've emphasized the significance of the Every Child Succeeds Act. You foresee long-lasting effects there. Let's start with what is ESSA and what the public should know about it.
Sure. So ESSA is the new No Child Left Behind. About every 10 to 15 years, Congress updates education policy, and the last time that was done in 2001 was No Child Left Behind. ESSA is the new No Child Left Behind. That's the simplest way for families to think about it.
What do you like about it? Do you have any concerns?
So the No Child Left Behind Act really was every single school in every single school district in the country had to get to a certain bar by 2014. And it was an aspirational goal, but it didn't really happen. ESSA, on the other hand, really focuses on the lowest 5% of schools in our country. And that means it's going to focus on urban children, on children in poverty, and on minority children, many of whom live in our urban communities. And so this bill is going to be very much more important for a district like Cleveland than it is going to be for some of our suburban community peers. There's a lot of opportunity in that. The bill is designed so that schools take on their challenges, much like we did with the Cleveland Plan, and invent their own solutions to improve performance. But there's also a lot of risk because it hands that authority back to the states, and if the states choose to, if Ohio would choose to do so, could really top-down micromanage instead of bottom-up letting us solve our problems. So I think it's going to be a really important piece of legislation that's going to guide the next 15 years, which is the kindergartner starting today, their entire career in education. And for that reason, I think we have to pay a lot of attention to it.
Well, we will absolutely keep an eye on that. You just mentioned kindergartner all the way through graduation. That brings to mind attendance. The successful attendance campaign continues this year. Get to school, you can make it. Students who missed 10 or more days, that fell by 11% last year thanks to that campaign. So what message do you have for students and parents out there about the importance of attendance?
Well, you know, it's really very simple. Our teachers can't teach you if you're not here. And so we have to end failure by absence. We have far too many kids that are failing courses and failing their exams simply because they're not in school. And the statistics haven't changed. We know that a student who misses more than 10 days is significantly less likely to pass their third grade reading guarantee, that they're 12 to 15 points lower on test scores than their peers who come to school regularly. And you know, I've talked to so many kids who say, oh, I missed it by 2 points. Well, there's 12 to 15 sitting right there just by being in school. And the students in high school that miss more than 10 days in a year are 33%, a third less likely to graduate ever, not just on time, ever. And so we can change that, and it's simply by being in school. And so we've really got to stay the course on this. It's not fresh and new. Last year it was brand new and exciting. This year it's stay the course. We have built new habits, and we have to really work hard on keeping those new habits.
And people have a critical decision out there to make when they vote on the district's renewal, November 8th. Tell us about the impact of this levy and what another 4 years will mean to the Cleveland Plan. Have we earned their confidence?
Well, have we earned the confidence is obviously up to the voters, but we did honor our commitment. Our commitment was that voters would not write a blank check forevermore, but that we would have 4 years to show that we could improve in Cleveland. And while we haven't arrived, we're not where I would like us to be, or I think any of us would like to be, we're better. We're better than we were 4 years ago. Our graduation rate is up 14%. Again, our third grade reading scores are up, our enrollment's up, our attendance is up. We got the national recognition in reading and math. Those are all positive signs, and so I hope that we've demonstrated to Clevelanders that we are improving and that it is worthy of continued investment. The levy is 10% of our budget, and so without the levy we would fall back into the days of the deep cuts, the significant layoffs, the large class sizes, things that actually a number of us have even forgotten that were only a very few years ago.
Anything else that you want to add about this school year that we haven't touched on?
I'm just really excited to have the kids and community back. Our schools are open. I've visited a number of schools, and everybody's really serious about learning and teaching, and that's what I want to see. School opening hasn't been an event, it's been a routine, and I'm just really happy to have our scholars and their families and caregivers back.
And at those visits, we've touched on a lot of, heavier topics, big issues happening in the district, but let's touch on your social media use really quickly before we end things here. You're pretty active on Twitter.
Well, a student actually taught me how to use Twitter, and now I'm getting pestered that it's time to go to Instagram and some others. But what it allows me to do is to share something positive that I see in every one of my school visits, and also for the community to know that I actually am visiting my schools and that I'm out seeing what's happening. So it serves two purposes. One is for the community to hold me accountable that am I visible in our schools, but also that I celebrate some of the small things that teachers or students are doing every single day that the community might not otherwise know about.
Well, great. We're so happy that you're able to stop here. Maybe we can take a selfie and you can tweet this out.
Very good.
We look forward to having you in the studio more throughout the school year. And in the meantime, you can, of course, follow Eric Gordon on Twitter. It's Eric Gordon CEO. And if you want to see more programming like this, make sure to follow the CMSD News Bureau. Visit it online at clevelandmetroschools.org/news. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. The CEO wasn't the only one visiting classrooms and meeting students in the first week of school. Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton came to Cleveland and made a special campaign stop at John Marshall High School. I was there as she met with students, teachers, and the CEO. See those interactions, including when she learned how to use a 3D printer, and highlights from her speech, and why she says John Marshall is a model for schools across the country. The John Marshall Gym transformed for a presidential campaign stop. Hillary Clinton came here to the home of the lawyers to see CMSD students in action in their classrooms, and believe me, she liked what she saw.
Hello, I'm Liz. Nice to meet you. I'm on Younger, but I'm a junior.
Meeting the first female Democratic presidential nominee during their first week of the new school year. Well, that's a first for these John Marshall students.
Now, what do we have here?
It didn't even feel real, like being in the same room with her, or being able to shake hands with her. I'm like, this is not real. Is this a dream?
I just remember, running through the thoughts running through my head. What am I gonna say?
Those two teams are behind scenes, and then we have customer service. Well, you've created a little business here, haven't you?
They kept their composure along with their classmates and talked to Secretary Clinton about the Lawyers Cafe, a student-run coffee shop at John Marshall. She had questions for them, and they had questions for her.
And students can go in during lunch hour or before, after?
Last year we opened it in the morning. And
She's really nice. She asked a question like, what did you learn from doing the cafe? And I said it's hard to keep a business, and she started laughing.
I got to ask her a question about economic inequality, and I also got to speak to her about the Lawyers Cafe, and she felt like a normal person, and I was having a normal conversation. It flowed very easily, and she was a very nice woman.
Secretary Clinton also spoke to John Marshall IT students who showed off their coding skills and motion sensor robots.
So it says that you were in front and then it changed direction.
Oh, that's neat.
Then she received a student-made ring from the 3D printer and even helped design her own 3D model with the help of another John Marshall engineering scholar.
It's setting up.
District CEO Eric Gordon looked on proudly as Clinton interacted with the students. He had the chance to discuss CMSD's portfolio system with Clinton, which offers innovative and different options for students as part of the Cleveland plan for reforming public education in the city.
It was really incredible to see Secretary Clinton with our students. She was so gracious. She asked great questions of the students. She was actively interested in the hands-on learning that they're doing. I really appreciated that level of attention. And that Secretary Clinton really acknowledged that we need to be helping students actively engage in the world that's before them, and that's what we're doing at John Marshall and at schools across the city.
After the classroom visit, Clinton sang the praises of John Marshall in her speech, using it as an example several times throughout her remarks, telling the crowd in the packed gym that it's a model school leading the way in education for the whole country. And to prove it, she even wore her brand new bright green ring on her left hand. See if you can spot it.
I always love being here, and today is particularly special because I got a tour of this high school. And I first of all want to thank the people of Cleveland for investing in a high school that is really all about the future. And I saw the future. The students and teachers who showed me what they're doing here in robotics, in 3D design, in laser design, in entrepreneurial and civic education. I, for one, am really proud of this high school and what it represents for the students here.
The teachers and principals were also proud to have John Marshall's unique school models and talented students in the spotlight.
We talk so much about what's wrong with education in America. For her to have the chance to come and see what's right, I hope she walks away with the faces of our students in her mind when she is formulating what her policies are going to look like for education.
Just having her presence in our building today, you just felt the buzz. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience to have her to come to our classes, meet our students. This is real life learning, a good experience for the students, and teachers were able to use this as a segue for their lessons that they're planning right now. To witness such a historic event here at John Marshall was awesome.
The students agree, happy to have shown her the future of education and to have met what may be their future president.
Like it said, stronger together makes me feel like we can do anything because she never stopped.
Honestly, it was an experience that I will never forget.
I want to thank all the teachers and educators, the staff and the students of John Marshall. Thank you all very much.
This was Hillary Clinton's 8th visit to Ohio since the primary. Reporting from John Marshall High School, Shannon Kantner, CMSD TV. Students also gave Secretary Clinton a t-shirt and travel mug from the Lawyers Cafe. Hopefully those will come in handy on the campaign trail. Now, we've been talking a lot about what an exciting first week of school it was for students, but teachers started their year even earlier, and the student ambassadors at Wade Park School just couldn't wait. They gave their teachers a very special greeting before the school year officially began. Take a look.
It's our first day back for all of our teachers. So we had all of our student ambassadors come out here to greet them, make them feel welcome. We had breakfast for the teachers, and we had our keynote speaker was Mr. E, the motivator from Atlanta, Georgia. So he is currently inspiring, motivating, and really getting our teachers ready for this upcoming year. Our theme for this year is connected learning, so we really wanted to have a big kickoff event to really let our teachers know what our plan is for the year, how they can connect their learning to make sure it's high engaging, has lots of energy in it, it's relevant to what our students are facing right now. So really during the next 2 days, we're really going to go through what our plan is for the year, our action plan is, and how they can really meet the needs of all of our scholars here. So we're really truly excited for the 2016-2017 school year. Our kids are excited, they're ready to come back, and we look forward to a successful year.
Wade Park Eagles! Some schools have been in session since July, like the new Lincoln West School of Global Studies. They took their students, staff, and families on a Cleveland adventure to kick off the new year. Check out my story from Lolly the Trolley. At the new Lincoln West School of Global Studies, they believe you need to know your own city in order to understand the world. So they got Lolly the Trolley ready for students, staff, and parents to enjoy a full day of sightseeing in Cleveland. Here with Jim and a couple other drivers for a day of discovery around the city.
Good morning, Lincoln West, home of the Wolverines. So actually we're going to start off on a great trip, learning a little bit of history of Cleveland, and also some fun spots as well. As I said before, we're going to go to the Quicken Loans Arena, home of the Cavaliers.
It's important for us not only to open the windows to the world, but make the city the window to the world for our children, especially for those students that are new to the Cleveland, new to the city, new to the state, new to the United States. It's important for us not only to give the experience to the kids, but also to the families that we serve. There were a lot of aha, especially the adults, like, oh, I didn't know that.
The convention center goes all the way back one street underground. It goes under the street we're on. See the park over on the left? That's the top of the convention center. That's the roof over the grand ballroom.
I just really appreciated seeing things and learning about them that we have driven by many times, and just learning about the history and knowing that they've been around for over 200 years, and I thought it was really cool for our students to see that part of the city too.
I got to see like different things of Cleveland that I never knew existed.
It was really fun. We learned about our city, and there's stuff and places I didn't even know about the city, so it was pretty fun.
Being a global studies school, in order to get the whole global aspect, we first have to start with our community. So by building in the city of Cleveland itself and giving them that experience opens up the doors to expand their knowledge globally after that.
I would like them to continue to explore, to navigate the world by learning and knowing the community. I would like them to be able to communicate and become critical thinkers. Think what they can do for the community, and also give back and invite people to come visit us. The only way to know global studies is to visit us and see what we do.
Lincoln West! Lincoln West! Lincoln West!
I talked to Jim and a couple of the other drivers, and they said these students were some of the best they've ever had on board. Reporting from Lincoln West School of Global Studies, Shannon Kantner, CMSD TV. That's all the time we have. Thanks for tuning in, and to watch this program and all of our news stories, visit clevelandmetroschools.org/CMSDTV. We'll see you next time.